guys, and welcome to your July 2020. This is going to be the What Aren't They Telling You for the beautiful sign of Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Hello, Taurus. You are in your slot. Got your slot back. Hello, Bulls. If you are new here with me, hello, hello. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you are subscribed to the tribe, and what's good, fam bams? Thank you. I should have did this off camera, but let's go with it. Hello, I'm so happy that you guys are back. I got some pre-shuffle energy, and I'm kind of feeling like you're in this energy. Okay. If you're new here with me, hello, hello. If you are returning, welcome back. If you're subscribed to the tribe, and what's good, fam bams, and hello to my members. I kind of feel like you're here. Time to go. Obviously, I'm not there yet. Sacral chakra energy fell out the deck in the pre-shuffle. Throat chakra is at the top, signifying communication. I really feel, Taurus, that you guys are ready to go, okay? It's time for you to go. Something has ended its cycle. You're over it because it is not providing you the security that you need. You're no longer interested. I am very familiar with that particular energy, having Taurus, Venus, and Mars. So I don't know what else is in. If you are Taurus Sun, what else is driving the mask that you put on for others, which would be your rising, your moon, or your Venus. I don't know what's in those particular slots, but I know when Venus went retrograde, it affected you. So you were already trying to reacclimate yourself with that top of the deck. Look at that. Not taking it, just wanted to show you. So it does have something to do with your emotion, your emotional or someone being in love with you. Just let me do a couple of shuffles here before I get into the Marvelous Truth Oracle. So I feel all of this energy for you. I feel like you were already in the process of trying to reacclimate yourself with your or our ruler being asleep. And then things did feel a little good. Didn't it feel good for a minute? And when I say a minute, I mean a minute. And then, we did have Mercury retrograde, which we are still in, overlap. And that's what, when we had, this one popped out, the sacral chakra, sexual creativity. And I am looking at a lot of chakra things as are falling out my deck for you. This is my Marvelous Truth Oracle of channeled messages that I've been working on for a while. Told you guys when I introduced this deck to you last week that you're going to see several incarnations of it as this deck will evolve until I get to the shape and size that I want. Right now, this is where we are. The messages will be handwritten, so excuse my handwriting. They will, when I say evolve, I will add messages and we'll get to a shape that will be more conducive, a size, okay? Let's go ahead and get the mutual energy between you and your partner right now and see what comes out. Show me, Spirit, for Taurus and their partner. Taurus and their partner, please. We do have grace. Here we go with the grace. So, hold on. Up and happiness. Oh, my. So, none of those sacral chakra energies came out. This is happiness underneath. Well, what do we have? Yeah, let's see what's on the bottom. Yeah, so there could have been or still is. Where am I going to? Okay, here we go. Energy between you two where grace is needed. I've explained this, and when I go into my explanation, I know exactly what I meant when I went in to create this deck, but I will tell you that the cards has a way of supporting these themes in these oracle decks, and they can sway either way. I'm telling you right now, without even getting all of the cards out, that intuitively I am feeling like someone wants you to show them a little bit of grace about a situation that did not work out. It has something to do, obviously, with your relationship. And sometimes it's saying that grace is needed because you don't have to enact your vengeance. We did have some of this energy last week, Taurus. Now I'm curious to see what I named your video. Hold on. You don't have to enact your vengeance. I don't want to make that sound like I am not hip to what it is, but your energy fell. They're begging for a second chance to love you right. And yes, and I believe grace came out in that particular, I didn't extend it, but I believe grace came out in that reading. This seems like it is an extension of that. If you are here because you are a single Taurus, please drop below in the description box and click on your single Taurus's energy. Show me, Spirit, what they're not telling Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of the 12th through the 18th. We have planning. When I see a 3 of Wands, when I see that they want to take this into new uncharted territory, when I see that there is a part of them that they have cut off from you, possibly, and something has not been charted, something has not been done that needed to be done. They are planning something. Let me put this over here. And that is exactly what I'm seeing here. What are they planning to take action? Their planning has a lot to do with coming in this Knight of Wands energy and being very impulsive about something, or maybe this is what they're thinking, that this is how your energy is coming off. Because in the heart of the matter, the Tower is there. You put the kibosh on this, Taurus. Like I told you, I believe that this is fitting now. Time to go. So I'm going to leave it there. That is the card of 7. Let's see if a 7 comes out in your energy. Oh my goodness. This 3 of Cups is back here. They're wanting to rebuild. Okay, so we got a couple different, oh my God, because they are in love with you. They want a brand new beginning because they are in love. And it's interesting because that fell, and the top of the deck is Hierophant. Very, very close by is my Knight of Pentacles and my Queen. My Queen indicates to me that I know that you overgave and they undergave. They're coming in as wanting to make a slow offer, but you've always been that Queen of Pentacles. Now they're trying to tap into the higher self, tap into their Hierophant, tap into all of these things. I'm going to go with this because I do feel like that is very, very fitting for this energy, especially now that I see a Tower. This Tower is kind of back and forth. So this Knight of Wands, this was the exact same energy for Libra. This Knight of Wands has been, it's rearing its head out, really coming out saying, I'm here. You guys are going to hear me. It's like I am man, or one man hear me roar. I am charming, self-confident, I'm daring, adventurous, and I'm passionate. When I operated low vibrational, I became superficial and cocky and foolhardy, restless and hot-tempered. I don't want to come off like that anymore. I still am that Knight of Wands. And I am planning on changing your perspective about me, Taurus. This was a sudden shock for me. I can't believe you're actually really done with me, Taurus. But from where you sit, you're like, it has not been working for X, Y, and Z amount of time. Why is it a shock to you? You know why? Because at the time I was very superficial and cocky. Maybe I challenged you, Taurus, to say, oh, you ain't going anywhere. Well, now you show grace. They want some grace. And you put your happiness above everything, Taurus. And that is what I show. They're in love with you. And this feels like we're just ordinary people. Girl, I'm in love with you. This ain't the honeymoon. Past the infatuation phase. Caught in the thick of love. Sometimes we get sick of love. Seems like we argue every day. I know I made I know I misbehaved. Yes, and you've made your mistakes, and we both still got room left to grow. They want to advance this love and take a second chance. That's the song. Go listen to Ordinary People. They're coming out of this energy. They know that they have to grow this love and try to be a responsible Knight of Wands, okay? Operate a high vibration, okay, on a higher vibration. But there's something in you that's died, and they know that. And they're hoping to soften the consequences of this Tower with this Ace of Cups. They know something's died. Listen, I feel you. Something has definitely died. And you're not looking at it from a situation, Taurus, where it's any love loss. This person that you're connecting with does not know how to put themselves first. They hold on and overstay their welcome maybe, and not looking at the fact that maybe this is it's time to part ways. So you had to force yourself out of this situation, and I don't believe this person was ready yet. Okay? Clarify this Three of Wands. So now they're in planning mode. What am I going to do? Because they're in love with you. And when a person's feelings is involved, healing family issues, codependency, clarifying my Knight of Wands, that's where they effed up at. Addictions. And those addictions could have been what? Ego, not listening, misbehaving. Now, I see a Tower. Let's go ahead and clarify, because, you know, I do see a lot of good major arcana energy here. A retreat and disconnecting from the world is what they want to do with you, Taurus. You've already tried to disconnect from this in your heart. There's a piece of it that's died. It needs to be rebuilt for you. I already know how you draw, but this particular person is hoping that they can try to convince you to go away with them, possibly. That's our first card that fell for the night. And I'm very, very happy that that's the first one. Freeing yourself. It's time to take back control. I do believe that that's what you did, but it also is coming in as this person trying to take control of their life as it pertains to this Three of Cups. So an energy of a Knight of Wands, cutting some of the codependency habits, cutting out some of the addictions, freeing themselves from all of the addictive type behaviors and the things that are not conducive to a successful relationship within the energy between you guys, freeing themselves from these from the connotations with friends, family, and external, cutting off the external situations and taking back control of their life. There is a people aspect to what they do. Let's talk about really quick, though, before I clarify this Ace of Cups. These crossing energies, a Sagittarian energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We do have the Tower here, okay? We also have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, and then Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio again. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So the energy that they were holding on to was not even yours. It was a lot to do with forgiving their parents, things that happened to them when they were children, closing themselves off because of that. So this has a lot to do with attachment styles. We've talked about that. If that's something that you guys want me to talk more about, I have to do it on channel 2 at some point when I can start getting those things together on that side. Attachment styles and how you were loved plays a tremendous part of it. Please go and start doing research on yourself. Cross watchers for Taurus and or Taurian energy. It doesn't matter. And then we had the stuff that went down between the ex. So taking back control of their life and clearing their energy seems to be something that they need to do. Top of the deck is showing that the feelings between you two are real and worth exploring. I am going to not shuffle anymore, and we're going to go with the time to go. And I'm going to go with that particular narrative here because I do feel like that's how you feel about the situation. I don't know whether this person is going to be able to come back. This is the card of 45. What does 4 mean to you individually? What does 5 mean to you individually? Okay. What does the sum of the 2 mean to you? Not 7. Why did I say 7 earlier? This is 9. And no, there is not a 9 in the energy right now. So it's going to be coming up. Let's go. Why did I say 7? I don't know. It's not 47. It's 45. And it is time to go. Endings. Completion. Walking away from something because there is nothing else to learn or experience. It's time. It is over. Or at the very least, the form of this relationship has taken is no longer of service to you and this other person. This is a time of letting go and knowing that the journey has come to its conclusion. That doesn't mean that anything is lost. Didn't I say that? Although this card can speak to a breakup, drifting apart, or an end of a soul contract, it is more about releasing than destruction. Remember, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it's yours. If not, it never was. Endings are always a sign of new beginnings. I do see that. If you want something deeper, walk away. So, Taurus, that is what I feel like you tried to do. Now, if you love something, set it free. That's what you tried to do. I do believe that this is split between down the middle, where my blockage is, between 2 sets of Tauruses. The ones that walked away from this and truly understanding that if it's yours, it will return. Regardless, you have an ending in the beginning in your reading. So I believe some of you really wanted to let this go because there's nothing else to learn here. That's it. Nothing. Move on. Ain't nothing to see. That's it. But for others of you, I feel like although it is ended, the clarifying and underlying energy for which has caused the demise of this relationship is very much so energy about the ex. And you have come to a point where you can put yourself first and disconnect, and that's what you tried to do, but they have not. They actually took your tower, because I believe you initiated this and you were ready to go and you disconnected because that's what your energy does. That was the wake-up call for them. You walking away was the wake-up call for them to see. And they were unable to look at things from your side. Empathy was a huge stumbling block because when you attempted to reach out to this person, this is a deep spiritual connection. When you attempted to let this person know, hey, this is how I'm feeling, they couldn't see it. They were so wrapped up in this energy and they didn't have control of their emotions at the time. So they could not look at it from your part. Now they are. You walking away was a wake-up call for them, no matter how you slice it and dice it. They were unable to make a decision because there were too many external factors that played and played into loving you. When you realized that it was no hope and realized that you needed to cut your losses again, that's what you did. They experienced indecision. Okay? And that was a huge thing as well. And yes, death is here again. I can't even make it up. Endings and beginnings is here. So there's need to be major transformations now for some of you. And then fear. This is exactly what was going on. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. They view fear as weakness. I mean, they view love as weakness. And they were afraid of it. You broke out. Okay? So what they're not telling you is that you walking away was the wake-up call that they needed. They're not done with this. They're not done. They understand that it was time for you to go. But it was the wake up and jolt that they needed to let them know that something was really wrong. Because prior to this, you could have got, oh, you're just nagging, or you're just this, you want your way. No. Your keywords are healing family issues, codependency, retreat, free yourself, and release your ex. There's a lot of energy here that was not yours. Okay? A lot of energy here that was not yours. I want you to understand that Hierophant energy is here to guide. You are coming out, Taurus, and you moved on to go into your higher you. Okay? So you exhibiting some grace by probably sparing them what you wanted to say. You probably figured it was easier just to not say nothing than move on with your life. Or try to accept this tower. See, they didn't prepare for the tower, but you knew it was coming. Okay, and step into your happiness. So that's what I feel like they're thinking that you did. And I think that they're finally understanding why you did it. But they're not done. Because for half of you, it's a wrap. They're not getting another chance. But for the other half of you, you know, if their actions, and we're going to explore this more in the extension, but if their actions really can prove to you that they are transformed and it's the death of all of these foolish ways, they might have a chance. We'll see what the cards say. Like, share, and subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. Taurus, you are back. I love it. Okay? We got all that we're going to get here. Walking away from them was the wake-up call that they needed. And the thing is that last week it said they're begging for another chance to love you right. You have not given them that other chance yet. Okay? Walking away was the wake-up call that they needed. Now they do. They do want to love you. They're in love with you. They are. They just had a hell of a way of showing it. They realized that their feelings were real and worth exploring. Okay? And they also realized what held them back. I'm out of here. I will see you guys next week when we do it again. Taurus, thank you for your never ending support. Okay? I love you guys. I will see the rest of you in the extension. Everybody else, I'll see you next week. Bye.